My name is Leong Min Yan with matrix number 211054. There are 4 types of wastewater, which is domestic wastewater, industrial wastewater, agricultural wastewater, and stormwater. So first, domestic wastewater derived from human activity in household such as bath, laundry, dish washing, garbage disposal, and toilets. Wastewater is broken into 2 categories, depending upon the source. The first one is grey water. Grey water is from showers, bath, breath tubes, washing machine, dishwasher, and sink other than the kitchen sink. The second one is black water. Black water is from the toilet and kitchen sink. Next is industrial wastewater. Industrial wastewater is uses water from manufacturing or chemical processes. Example of the industries that produce wastewater are the mining industry, steel or iron production plants, industrial laundries, power plants, oil and gas cracking plants, metal finisher, and the food beverage industry. The third one is agricultural wastewater. Agricultural wastewater considered as a major source of the water pollution in many watersheds. Agricultural wastewater sometimes also referred as irrigations, thaw water when excess water run off the field during surface irrigation. Agrochemicals such as fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, crop residue, animal waste, pig, poultry, and fish farm effluents, and dairy farming waste are the pollutant of agricultural wastewater. The fourth is stormwater. Stormwater is the heavy rainfall, storm or flood water that is not soaked into the ground and flows above the straight and open surface. Stormwater usually flow either directly or through channel drains, which eventually discharge into nearby natural waterways such as ponds, river, stream, and lake without any treatment. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Waffa Maisarah with my matric number 212583. Now I will continue on the water supply system. Water supply system is an infrastructure for collecting, transmitting, treating, storing, and distributing for households, commercial establishments, industry, and irrigation, as well as public necessities such as firefighting and street flushing. Of all municipal services, provision of potable water is perhaps the most vital. People depend on water for drinking, cooking, washing, carrying away waste, and other domestic needs. Water supply system must also meet requirements for public, commercial, and industrial activities. In all cases, the water must fulfill both quality and quantity requirements. So, water distribution system comes under the water supply system. There are 4 different types of water distribution system, which is the first one is grid iron distribution system, circular or ring distribution system, radial distribution system, and dead end or tree distribution system. So the first one is grid iron distribution system. In this system, the main water supply line runs through the center of the territory while submains radiate out in a perpendicular direction. As each individual pipe is interconnected, the system has no dead ends. This type of water distribution system is ideal for communities with a grid iron-like rectangular form. The next one is circular or ring distribution system. A supply main form a circle or ring around the distribution area in a circular or ring system. The branches in the system are linked to the supply mains to one another. This design offers similar benefits as grid iron system and is best suited for towns and cities with well-planned highways and streets. But there are disadvantages for this type of systems, which are the length of pipe laying is more, which ultimately leads to the higher cost, and several valves are required to control the flow and discharge of water. The third one is radial distribution system. The distribution region in radial system is separated into multiple distribution district and zone. Each zone has elevated distribution reservoir in the center from which supply lines radiate out to the distribution district peripheral. Radial system provide for faster distribution and simpler design calculation. And the last one is dead end, or also known as tree system. For cities and towns with no clear road patterns, dead end water delivery system are the best option. There is one main line that goes through the town or city, with submains branching out to the left and right. These submains are then divided into a number of branch lines that connect to services so that it can provide it for particular houses. So, since it provided for particular houses, our household will generate wastewater. So the suitable wastewater treatment system for this area is septic system. As Dr. Amirul already mentioned in his lecture that there are 3 wastewater treatment systems, which is septic system, lagoon system, and sewage system. So septic tank with water generated by our toilet, garbage disposal and washing machine from our house, and holds it underneath the yard. Solids remain in the tank while liquids exit to the drain field. Since the solids sink to the bottom, septic tanks need to be routinely emptied and maintained to avoid potential issues, because over time the sludge will increase, and if it doesn't dislodge at one time, the substance will increase, which some of it will come out together with the effluents and will go directly to distribution box and go to the drain field, and it could contaminate the water. Hence, if we dislodge it, our wastewater will be collected by the agencies directly from our septic tank, and if we're releasing it directly into our ecosystem, it will harm the marine ecosystem. Lagoon system is a traditional system that have 2 parts, which are plumbing from the house and lagoon area. And lastly, sewage treatment system is to remove contaminants from sewage to produce an effluent suitable for discharge or reuse, preventing water pollution from raw sewage discharges. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
I'm Tio Mi Yu and my matrix number is 21245. There are 3 different kinds of wastewater treatment methods, which are physical, chemical, and biological. For the physical wastewater treatment, it is used in cleaning wastewater and improving the water quality. The prominent method in this treatment is sedimentation. It's a process of removing the insoluble heavy particles from the wastewater by suspending them. Another method is called aeration. This process consists of circulating air through the water to provide oxygen to it. The process can reduce the volatile organic compounds concentration, remove dissolved gases such as hydrogen sulfide, ethane, and radon, and oxidize dissolved iron. The third method is filtration, which is used for filtering out all the contaminants. Special kind of filters can be used to pass the wastewater and separate the contaminants and insoluble particles present in it. The most commonly used filter is the sand filter. This procedure can also be used to remove waste off the surface of some wastes. Second, the chemical wastewater management. As the name suggests, this treatment involves the use of chemical in the water. Chlorine, an oxidizing chemical, is widely used to kill bacteria that decompose water by adding contaminants to it. Ozone is another oxidizing agent used for purifying wastewater. Neutralization is a technique in which an acid or base is added to the water to bring to its natural pH of 7. Chemicals prevent the bacteria from reproducing in the water, thus making the water pure. The third, biological wastewater treatment. It breaks down the organic matter present in the wastewater, such as soap, human waste, oils, and food, by using various biological processes. In this treatment, microorganisms metabolize organic matter in the wastewater. It can be divided into 3 categories. First, aerobic processes. These include bacteria decompose the organic material and convert it into carbon dioxide, which can be used by plants. Oxygen is used in this process. The second, anaerobic process. Here, fermentation is used for fermenting the wastewater at a specific temperature, and oxygen is not used in this process. Third is the composting. It's a type of aerobic process that involves mixing of the wastewater with sawdust or other carbon sources.
My name is Shafiqah Binti Sahrin with matric number 212732, and I'm going to continue with the successful case study, which is aerobic treatment plant at Dois Vizinhos in Brazil. So, BRF, one of the largest agro-industrial companies in the world, facing with the challenge that the outdated aerobic lagoon wastewater treatment system that they have was unable to meet the new government effluent standards, and it has been a big problem for them. They came up with a solution to make aerobic treatment plant with activated sludge system. They built and commissioned a compliant plant by the effective date of a new regulations without interrupting their operations. It consists of 2 parallel denitrification lines that receive effluent from the existing DFF systems. A clarification tank was installed downstream before the point of discharge, When the maintenance are needed, a system of gates allows one nitrification line to be closed while the other line operates without interruption. So, the treatment gave a successful result as per se, efficiently treat effluent with high COD and nitrogen concentrations, allowing the discharge of effluent in accordance with restrictive legislation. As you can see at the table, the production that the company make is 700,000 chicken per day, and the flow is 16,800 millicube per day. But after flotation, the COD value is 600 until 1000 milligram per liter, while for total nitrogen is 70 until 100 milligram per liter. And for the treated water, the COD value is less than 50 milligram per liter, and total nitrogen is less than 10 milligram per liter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alya Irdina Binti Zaidi with the matrix number 212425. I'll continue with the example of failed wastewater supply and wastewater management case study, which is JICA Wastewater Treatment Plant, WWTP. It is the main wastewater treatment facility in the capital city of Poland, Warsaw. It is the largest and most modern wastewater treatment facility in Poland and in Eastern Europe, collecting raw wastewater from both sides of the capital city, which is divided by the Vistula River, the largest river in Poland. JICA WWTP is situated on 56 hectares of land and was initially completed in 1991 after almost 2 decades of construction. However, when finally finished, the facility was already outdated and unable to deal with the rapidly increasing population of the capital city. Next slide, I will share a few factors of JICA WWTP failure. First, the expertise of Krakow University of Technology as the cause of the failure indicates an error in the original design of the construction of the transmission system, consisting in the failure to design an appropriate drain. Empiric explained that the drainage will allow the discharge of excess water and sewage from the space surrounding the pipelines, which will make it impossible to achieve the external pressure generated by pressure from the siphon pipeline, which is dangerous for the system. Next, due to the lack of such drainage, the leakage of sewage from the pipeline created a critical pressure level on the outside of line B. This has led to its local destruction. The rapid leakage of sewage carried the weighting plane and caused many damages, as well as damaged line A. Last but not the least, extensive reconstruction and enlargement and modernization were needed to meet the European Union standards for wastewater be implemented in 2007. It included the need to provide wastewater treatment from all urban effluents to reduce the amount of nitrogen and phosphorus in the wastewater. Thank you.
My name is Yew Jing Wen. My matrix number is 211250. Now I'm going to talk about the importance and benefits of wastewater management. So, what can wastewater management bring to us? As everyone knows, the most significant purpose of wastewater management is to manage the used water in a proper way in order to keep our environment clean. It is indirectly reduce the health risks associated with the environmental pollution and also reduce extra water loss through water contamination. Secondly, wastewater management can save our money. This could be a long-term money-saving process because the money that needed to be spent on environmental rehabilitation projects is reduced since our environment becomes cleaner with correct wastewater management. Next, fertilizer can also be produced through wastewater management. The remains biodegradable materials are dried in the drying lagoons. Then, those remains turn into natural fertilizer that are mostly used in agricultural sector to increasing crop yields. The usage of this natural fertilizer can also decrease the usage of chemical fertilizer that can bring harm to our environment. Wastewater management can also help in producing energy. During the wastewater treatment process, sludges that contain large amounts of biodegradable materials are collected. The sludges are then undergo anaerobic digestion process to produce gases that contain large amount of methane that can be burned to generate electricity. The generated electricity can be used to power the wastewater treatment plants. With this, the reliance on non-renewable resources such as fossil fuels is lowered, and the carbon footprint and expenditure on energy production could also be reduced. Last but not least, wastewater management can save water. This is due to the wastewater can be recycled and reduced to effluent treatment plant.